All right. So hopefully everyone can hear me. And yeah, it's been a while since we had one of these morning sessions. Um, yeah, it's been pretty hectic, especially um, the guys up in the Gauteng province and also here in KZN. That's been a bit of a hectic, unusual situation, and something that doesn't typically just happen. So I would think that obviously it would affect a lot of people. What I was surprised about is, I mean, how stable the actual rand was. I mean, it just showed that the markets just really can confound people, just can really confuse everyone because it didn't really make any erratic movements. It was, some smooth movements, nothing major. It was very stable, in fact. I mean, so it's like I always say, it's all a game of probability. You're not looking at any sort of certainty because there is none in the market or in anything else you might ever try in your entire life. So it's all about just quantifying basically risk and yeah, making sure that you understand the probabilities associated with each and every trade idea and then sort of like taking it from there. So yeah, I mean there have been quite a few opportunities, trading opportunities over the past day or so. Today is Wednesday, I believe. It's the 4th of August, 2021. I think this year is speeding on by. And yeah, the markets actually did something quite nice on this dollar CAD. I'm actually still in this particular one. So I'm still in this one. And yeah, it's going quite nicely. Um, Actually went in on the round number, as you guys know. I typically use that round number as my entry. So it was 2450. So it was 2450. Um, got a bit greedy there. Had about 120 pips in profits on that one. Decided just to break even. So I'm only up like 60 or 70 pips at the current moment. So I'm looking for an extension up to that 126.07 handle. So if I do get that, then yeah, pretty certain that I'd be happy with that particular one. So yeah, you guys can just keep an eye on that one. I like to see a pullback, even if it's back up to that 124.86 handle. So the market pulls back up to that 124.86 handle. So I'm actually expecting the market to go down from my longs and so like to deplete my profits or rather reduce my profits to about 20 or 30 pips. So that's my expectation on the USD CAD. If it happens, obviously, I'd be pretty chuffed with that. If not, then I'll be just waiting to see where it reacts next. So hopefully, I can get in on another trade. So I think on the USD CHF is one of the markets that I've been looking at. I mean, it fell off a cliff. I mean, it fell off a cliff. Um, we had like a very significant level, I think, at was it 19.9122, somewhere around there. Let me just double check. Okay, I think for me this was the level at 9141. So 9141, that was the level there, and that's been really solid. I mean, you can see how many touches. Okay, let me just change that color to perhaps a, I don't know, red. Okay, just no yellow. I think yellow should be fine. Oh, I think the Fibonacci is also yellow. So let me just do a red. Let me just do red. I was The market was just rejecting, at this level. Did offer up some opportunities as well. I did take this one 2 or 3 weeks ago, going long. Was hoping to see the market extend higher to about that 92.54 level, but you know how the markets behave. Just pulled back in, and obviously once it came back again and failed to break this particular level over here, then I decided that I think it's best that I move out of this one. So it broke this 4 hour. So we're looking at sort of like the mid-term, short-term trend. Um, it broke the 4 hour moving average, right? Broke below that very significant level at 91.41, which was a really decent support, for 4 hour support. And we would like to see the market pull back in probably to about 9100, or even all the way back up to 91.22. So that would be pretty um, picture perfect for me, because there's also that moving average coming in on the 4 hour, and also this very significant swing low point. So at the swing low point, this really plays a major role in me making that decision about where I'd be entering on the market. So it does pull all the way back up there, and certainly would be worth a look. I mean, there's still some space towards the downside, not a lot, down back to that 89.63 level, but there is some space towards the downside, certainly worth a take on this. Okay, so those are the some of the markets that I'm looking at right now. I mean, like I said, a lot of the markets right now is have been, already moving. So the markets have been already moving, and I'm already in quite a few positions. In fact, I'm actually quite a few positions, probably 3, 4. I think at the moment they 4 trades, I have 4 trades, and a possible one also on this GBP CHF. Obviously, still early days. Probably during the course of the week, this might set up a bit better, but I feel like if it does move above the swing high point over here, bounce off that 1 hour 200 moving average, certainly could be in for a bit of a drop towards the downside. But I think it needs a bit of patience, and obviously you have to wait on this type of setup for that candle to actually close before you make that decision to actually either buy or to sell. So GBP looks interesting. And I spoke with um, one of my trading partners, because I actually have 2 trading partners. I spoke with one of them last night, and I was showing them this nice sort of like step ladder movement displayed by the Euro CHF over the past couple of days. This is a 15-minute chart, so obviously each period is one single day. You see the push toward the downside, and then pull back up to that 62%, and then push toward the downside again and pull back up 50 to 62. So the market, I mean, tags the 15-minute 200 EMA, just repeatedly does more or less the same thing. Hopefully today it does the same thing as well. Hopefully it does tag that 15-minute time frame, because for me it just adds another layer of increased, and so it just helps with making the trading decisions. All right. Okay, so yeah, if this works out, certainly be worth, I don't know, about 50 to 60 pips. So we'll see how it plays out over the course of the next hour to 30 minutes, or 30 minutes to an hour. We'll see how the market plays out, and if it does do what we hoping to or expecting it to, then that would be worth at least another 50 pips to the spike on this downside over here. Well, it's about 25 pips. So I think it might be very short term, because the reason is, I mean, the market has just been dropping, and there's quite a support level at, it's 07421. So around 07421 is quite a significant level on the higher time frame. So we could see the market pull all the way back up after dropping, pull all the way back up to close above that 07421 on the daily chart. So that's why obviously I'm a bit skeptical about a big move towards the downside on this one. But I mean, small one, 25 pips, 30 pips, definitely on the table. And it's just moved in to that round number. I think it just moved into the round number. I don't know where I just plotted it though. There was somewhere here. Just somewhere here. because 7,200 is just way too close towards that TP, so it wouldn't really make any sense. But just using this previous swing point, this previous like support level in a 15-minute time frame was also one of the triggers for actually just watching this particular market. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So as I mentioned before, in one of the previous sessions, we are back with some beginners and as well as advanced sessions. So those are going to be on Tuesday as well as Thursday. Right. So Tuesday as well as Thursday. I believe the time will be 7:30. Right. So I believe the time will be 7:30 or 9 p.m. So I'll just put out a link with well, a poll rather, so you guys can vote and just to see which time is more convenient, because those are the only two times that I am available during the course of the day. So 7:30 or 9 p.m. So you can think about it in the meantime, and then once I send through the poll for you guys to vote, then you can just cast your vote, and yeah, majority obviously wins. And if you can't make it to the session, then obviously you can just keep an eye on the recordings, because I will be recording each and every single session that we do. Right, so thank you very much, guys, for coming through, and I will see you in the next session, which should be tomorrow. So kicking off with advanced, and then next week we're going to be starting off with the beginner session. So hope you guys enjoy it. Cheers.